Still have a prediction which you can jump in, and we're gonna start in 2 minutes with the first map with Eurosky. Okay, there we go. That is the map that we're gonna see for the last time in this season. And we're gonna start now with Eurosky, with just that map that I've shown you guys. But pressure, no, I'm not gonna cast with Eri later. I'm gonna cast alone today. And good luck to everyone. Good luck, good luck. Good luck to mime.cut. Yeah, the Exalty Tauro player on that first map, Eurosky. He has won it before. Can he do it again? I'm gonna quickly give you a rundown over this map, because this map is quite unique. I really like it though, but it's not that easy. It is definitely not an easy map to play. Mime had set his PB beforehand. No, he didn't set a PB. I think he just drove a 7:14 in the live race, and this was enough to win it. So I hope that he can replicate that. But of course, we also have a player like Hugo, who is not in the Trackmania Grandleague Challenger, who has performed tremendously well yesterday. Set a 7:11 yesterday. That was a crazy time. Then Granadi, Aurel, and Papu are ahead of him. Mime comes on P5, just ahead of Binks, the Trackmania Grandleague player for Team Easy Dream. Then Carl Jr. on P7, Tween. But of course, players will practice offline. You can already see Hedra with a great start. But of course, this is the warm-up. So the players will load in, and we're gonna start after that. So good luck to everyone, as we have every player attending here. Yeah, and we're gonna race it out for the total points. Yes, you can see the league ranking. Mime is leading out of Otak. Then Link on 3rd. Cap. Then Evon, his Polish colleague, on P5 from Mime. On P5, Miku, Hedra, Wosa. So a lot of French players in the top 8, as you can see. And then both Polish players and the one and only Finnish player by the name of Miquatro, who is Orkless, unfortunately. So 15 seconds of warm-up. So what do you think, guys? Will Mime make it into the top 3 here? I think he can do it. On a bad day, he cannot, but I think that he is ready. So good luck to all the players, and let's go ahead with Mime's POV. Race number 2, it is in the Trackmania Grandleague Challenger Series, and currently it is Mime leading. But will he extend his lead or just stay in the lead in this step as well? Good luck to him. Okay, there we go. GG's. That was the round. We have a pause. Yeah. Trackmania Grandleague Challenger. Having a pause here. Alright. GG's. That was it. Great race. Good first checkpoint from Mime here. Okay, never mind. I'm of course only messing around with you guys, but we have a little bit of a pause. Maybe some technical difficulties. So we're just gonna wait here for a bit. We don't know why it's paused. I cannot see the chat. The chat is disabled for me. So I can only just spectate Mime here in the pause. So I don't know why it's paused. I cannot see the chat. Maybe there will be some more information, but I don't know. Yeah. But I will be alone today for the cast. Okay. Oh, Eri is casting this week. Okay. Eri is casting this week. I thought that she is not there actually, but she is apparently. Okay, so then I'm gonna cast with her. Very nice. I thought that she is gone, but of course casting together with Eri is always great. And we're gonna do that after this step. Apnea, bro. Yeah, she said that, yeah. But she will be there. You're casting, she's flaming. Well, whatever. So we have a break. I'm not sure when the match will resume, but probably fairly soon. So who was the biggest disappointment last step? yeah, kind of Default and Revolution. I mean, Fagley also didn't do that well, but he has nothing to lose. Also Energize only with 34 points. But I think in general it's quite close, and the step will just guide the way where it's going. Mime, of course, with 324 points, looking very, very strong. But I think Fagley and Revolution, 10 points only for them. But, you know, Razi for me was a player who didn't really perform too much in the last couple of tournaments. So that's why I would not see him as a disappointment. Because he wasn't really looking that strong in some tournaments. But maybe that is just my point of view of that. But still 44 points, not too little for him. But I think he didn't hit a multiplier. And yeah, I certainly see him performing better. But he was a bit underperforming. He was better. Yeah, but maybe the others have just become a bit better. So we're gonna see that. TMGL U. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. So we have a Keck wait moment here. Also cool to see a player like Cap performing, but we're resuming the match. And we are live now. Good luck to the players, and let's go ahead and follow Mime into this one here. There we go. Okay, different approaches here. Oops. On that first part. I'm sorry for that. That was my... What a bottle. See, Default not having the fastest start. Hadra, Snow, and Evon are just behind Mime, who gets a really good start. But also Hadra pressing B for boost there. Fagley is 0.3 behind top 8 already. And we have Mime, Rosal, Hedra, and Otak. Cap there as well. Great lines there, but look who's leading all of a sudden again. It is actually Mime, 0.1 ahead. Also getting a good approach here, but Otak is right now leading. Also Hedra with such a risky line. You can see that level has risen a lot. And Mime falls down to P number 4 temporarily. But gets a really good transition here. Saves it a bit though. Hedra and Otak are completely risking it. But Otak makes that mistake. Going too far on that outside pole. Mime not nailing the Neo slide and falling down here to P number 9. So Mime 0.3 away. That is not too much, of course. But still not the best start into the race for the Tauro player. For the Exalty Tauro player. And right now he finds himself on that battle for top 8. Hedra wins the first round here. The first lap. Whereas in the lead with a 130.77 is 0.4 ahead of Wosal. Make it 0.3 now. So Mime on his way to maybe come back here in this part. He is going to jump into a drift here, which is not that easy to do. But look at the speed from Mime accumulated. And Mime is overtaking the first player. Snow, who has made a mistake. Also Nixotica, Otak, Energize ahead of him. And look at that, Mime slide into 6th place he goes. Great approach. Oversliding here, not going for the slide here as Ratchet has gone for that yesterday. Also here, great apex to just accumulate as much speed as possible, but making that mistake by turning in too early. But goes for a very, very quick respawn, but has to save it. Mime down to last place right now. Mime down to last place, so great level actually. And Mime with a mistake, but maybe he can come back from that. He's only 1.7 seconds away from that top 8 position, and he's overtaking plenty of players. So not looking too bad, actually up to P11 again. So that is actually looking not that bad. And he can still clock in a great position here. As the round is fairly close, Wolsa setting in the fastest lap. Fagley with a mistake, not nailing that Neo slide there. And Mime on that 10th place. So Soldier and Razi ahead of him, and then he's in the green. He really wants to land in that top 8 position. Snow not with a lot of speed, so Mime will overtake maybe the next player here in just a couple of seconds. Yes, there we go. Top 9 for Mime at the moment. And we still have 3.5 more laps to go. So I'm still able to perform. Who's in the lead? We have Cap, Rose, and Hedra. Then Default has made a mistake, so Evon is overtaking him. Miquatro, Soldier, then Razi. And it is Mime closing in a little bit here, but still 0.6 of a second between them. But of course, bear in mind, Mime had a respawn and 1 or 2 mistakes. So not the best first map for him thus far. compared to the previous week. That is not the case, but we see Miku with a mistake and Mime with that closing in. Also Avon, Soldier and Dofort not with the fastest line, so Mime up into P7 here. What a great comeback from the Tauro player. Can he actually snipe that top 3? We're gonna see the next overtake maybe here onto Soldier, because Mime has a bit more speed, but that is just a great display of skill from him, as he is now up to P number 6. 3 seconds away from Hadra, who's playing out of his mind and right now finds himself on that first placement. Dofort is still ahead, but the BS Plus player will probably get overtaken in this part here, since he is not going for that auto drift that Mime is going for. If you go over that no brakes block, you're not allowed to tap the brake button anymore, but you can of course jump into a drift and thus hold a very good angle over that part and not play around with your release button. So Mime doing that very nicely and finds himself on P5, just behind his landsman Evon. Yeah, so P5 for him. 2.9 seconds away. Hadra still with the fastest lap of 1:11.69. Nice. And it is Evon getting a good line. Mime almost touching there. Getting a good line though, but that was very risky from the Tauro, Exalty Tauro player. I always want to say Tauro before Exalty. I don't know why. Okay. So, Cap, Wolsat, Hadra and Evon ahead. You can see it. 3 seconds it is. So nothing set in stone. Lap 5 out of 6. 2 more laps to go. And right now, he's coming a bit closer to Evon, but still 0.3 of a second, but he makes that mistake touching the inside there. So we lose a lot of time with that. That was too risky of a line from Mime, but not losing out on a position there. So 2 or 3 major mistakes from Mime here on that first map, but still he's able to hold strong that 5th place, as Evon also very wonky section there. But still, he can see Wosan and Evon ahead of him, so top 3 is still reachable, but not the fastest lap in this round, as Hadra is still very dominant here. This looks to be a great performance here from the MTP player. Very nice. What a risky line jumping into that part, and Hadra is on his way to win that first map if he continues with that pace. Evon, P4, ahead of Mime, who makes a small mistake there by the looks of it. Also didn't get the best approach over that part, so he lost again 0.5 of a second, and those things will just stack up. So Mime probably happy that he's just ending up in the top 8 here, as we also have Dofol, Link, Energize in the top 8, but Snow dropping down, but going up again. Energize down to P9, Revolution P16. Not a good performance from Revo yet again here in this one, so not too good to see that from Revo here. 13 seconds behind. This is not good. So Mime, no real battle for him in that 5th place. Maybe he can rely on a mistake from someone ahead of him, but right now Evon and Wosal are too far away that he can catch up with just sheer pace. Yeah, 1 second it is, and he's 2 seconds out of Dofault, who is on a 6th place. Hadra actually with a respawn. Hadra with the respawn, and it's also Mime now overtaking him here. And now Cap is leading. Hadra played an insane race, but he went for that respawn, and thus we see the top 4 or the top 5 all moving up 1 place. Mime now with a good jump. 9! Mime, what are you doing? Oh my god, I thought that he was almost turtling there. But now will Mime get that 5th place, or will actually Dofault overtake him? Yes, he will. And Mime has to settle on a 6th place. No, it's actually top 5 finish regardless. But he could have actually not sniped away that top 3 position. But Hadra with that is getting 21 points. It is Cap winning out of Wosa with a 7:17. So not really that fast, to be honest. We've seen a 7:15, 7:14 in that one beforehand. But Mime still with a top 8 finisher and getting himself 18 points. So you can see the gap between 8th and 9th position is tremendous. Yeah. Take a look into the stat ranking, 5 versus 15 points. You really want to land in that top 5 or top 8 in this case. So Mime with a lot of mistakes here, unfortunately, especially in that jump before the identity. He has made a lot of mistakes there. He can be happy that he didn't turtle there, But now we're gonna go to the next map, which is Barrelistic. Okay, there we go. Barrelistic is the map that we're looking onto as map number 2. Yeah, again, you can only collect points here. No point loss, no point multiplier is occurring here. World record is a 640.51 on the 6-lapper by Muda. Then we have Avon, 642.95. I'm looking forward to see if they're gonna adjust that line over the safe route. Let's take a look if Mime does that, going to the right here. No, he's not gonna make that. It's not an easy line to hit because you need a precise amount of speed, and Mime maybe just wants to save it a bit there over that part. Then we have Papu, Granadi, and Massa on 3, 4, and 5 concerning the records, and then Mime has local number 8, 645.77. And Mime didn't win this map last time, but he has won the first map and the second one, so the map that we've seen beforehand and the map that has been cycled out. And Barrelistic is the next map that we're gonna see. Cap, Wolsal, Hedra, the top 3, Vive la France. But then where are the other franchises? Of course, there's also Energize in the top 8, but Link and Otak, and as well as Snow only, quote-unquote, with a bottom 8 finish. Okay, let's go into this map here, as we have a very unique style with that plastic bounce and 3 flips on this map. 3 flips to nail. So the identity is spread out over this map. Mime with a great and low flip into the lead. He goes together with Wosal and Mi4. So Wosal was actually playing the Trackmania Formula League beforehand and has gotten himself a 2nd position. So Wosal, a very versatile player, the game word player, doing a great job of just improving each day. And right now he finds himself in 1st place. Mime not with a good line there, so he falls a bit behind, misaligns or misjudges the turn there, and finds himself on P3 at the moment. Miku and Wosal are ahead of him. Let's take a look who's gonna go for that line. Wosal is going for that safe line, and you really want to get your nose down there, and Wosal didn't do that, so he'll lose his gear and not getting a smooth landing, so he finds himself on P3 and didn't make anything up with that. So Mi4 and Mime still ahead of him. Miku with not the best flip by the looks of it, and Mime with a bit more speed, so he comes a bit closer. 0.11 of a second between Mi4 and Mime, so great fight between them, between the Orkless player and also between Mime. Yeah, great seeing that. Yeah. Good flip from Mime into the lead. Miku not with the best ramp here, losing on a lot of speed, and Mime is on his way to maybe win this map. Keg wait, yeah, we don't know. Of course, there's still a lot of parts coming up, and also the identities. And let's take a look who actually was falling behind. We see Fegli on P8, very nice seeing that. Dofol again in a top 8 finish at the moment. Then Link, Wosal, Snow, after only having 1 point, also finding himself in the top 8. Miku with a very, very huge mistake there, hitting the outside of the reactor boost, and will lose a lot of speed with that. Also here, he forgot that the reactor boost will run out, and this is, of course, one thing that I already noticed here. So he didn't slow down, and now he was actually down to P15. This is not good for Mi4. I was seeing that one coming. I thought that he will slow down a bit more, but now he is down to P number 15, so Miku will not play a role here. Mime with a great lap. It was a 1:07, 2:16.52. Let me actually check how fast that 2-lapper is on Barrelistic. 2:16. Okay, that is not too bad, but I think not a lot of players have actually played that, as Hedra didn't get the best flip here. Mime is still extending his lead to maybe even 1 second here, almost. Make it almost 1 second. Okay, still 0.75, because Hedra was also catching that gear and not losing out on a lot of speed that I was thinking about beforehand. So Mime leading the race, and we still have 4 more identities to go. And still this part, which is very decisive. So you have seen Mi4 losing out on the reactor boost. You want to hold that over this part, else you will fly off, and you don't want to have that since you're on freewheel. And with a rather safe approach here, just wants to hold his gear and finds himself in the lead still, and this looks very clean from Mime. He is so far ahead actually, he can also afford a respawn, and he is still in that top 8 position. So Mime with another great lap here. Not sure what lap that was, but he is leading 3:23.99. Razi with the fastest lap now, into the 6th place he goes. But then there's a huge gap between P8 and 9, 1.5 seconds. And also Miku setting the fastest lap now, just risking it out. A 1:07 flat. But Mime's still leading 1.3 seconds. This is what I call dominance, guys. That is dominant performance. And also thank you, Birdie, for the resub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, also Fegli here. Top 3. Very nice. Fegli, the Oculus player, is doing a great job here. So one of the great news here for me, Fegli on that 3rd place. I hope that he can keep it up. I really hope that. Very nice to see that. This player has been underestimated so much, and now he's on the 3rd placement. Very good to see that. So really clap towards him, to Fegli. He can show us, or he shows us now, that he is able to do it great. And look at that Mime with the fastest lap at 1:06.72. That is very great. And also still holding strong, 3 seconds ahead. What a great performance from mime.cut here, from the Exalty Tauro player. He is 3 seconds ahead of 2nd place, and I think Hadra didn't really make a huge mistake thus far. Lap 5 out of 6. My god, Mime. Stop it. Yeah? Mime on a great pace. 3 seconds ahead. Then Fegli, Evon, Dofold, Otak, Razi, and Snow. So Snow will also be certainly very happy about that. But we have a great fight actually for those positions here. But it doesn't really matter too much. They only want to stay alive. But hey, it is Mime still holding strong. 2 more jumps and then we're gonna go into the last lap. Great approach, going a bit too far up. A bit shaky though, but he was still able to adjust it. That was Monkasteer. This first jump is also a bit harder, for me at least, than the second one. Because you have to align pretty weird there. And also the jump, just you have such a narrow gap to hit. But Mime was able to survive it and is still leading the race. 3.4 seconds. Evon overtaking Fegli here, who's still on P4. So I hope that he will survive that. And looking very nice. Evon not with the best flip. So it is Fegli with a bit more speed. Going for that wiggle there as well. Smart decision making. And coming a bit closer. But let's focus on to Mime here, who is still leading the race. What times are we looking onto? What times are we looking onto? It's a 6:40.51 being the world record by Muda. I'm not sure if Mime comes close to that or not, but we're gonna find out in a second here as he comes into that last identity. Will Mime survive? Of course, he will not beat that time since he's not going for that risky jump, but he is 3.5 seconds ahead. What a dominant performance from the Tauro player. Great jump there as well. Getting a slowdown though, but is Hadra closing in? It is not enough, and Mime will win this map despite having a wonky last lap. Look at that, Hadra coming closer, but Mime wins it here with a 6:47.86, plus 27 for Mime. Hadra on 2nd, Evon on 3rd, then we have Fegli getting P4, Otak on P5, Razi, Dofold, Soldier, and then there's a huge gap between 8th and 9th, 3 seconds, Wosal on 9th, Snow, Miku, Energize, Revolution. Again, a very disappointing performance from him. Nixotica also not with a lot of points, as well as Link and Cap, the former winner here of that previous, or the former race winner of the previous map, only with a DNF here and no points. Oh man. So Fegli, great performance. Very nice to see that. 21 points, and Mime with that into the lead he goes. Very nice. Okay. Into map number 3 we go. And it is On the Edge, which was map number 4 last time. there you could have seen the identity. Also, this hole pattern is repeating over this map with this hole that you just see here, and this small slide there, which is very hard to nail. Then here this left-hander, and here full speed right-hander where you have to full send in order to get yourself the most amount of speed over the course of the track. So not an easy map, yeah. Especially with that identity. It looks quite easy, but it is not. It is not easy, I tell you that. I've played this map and I was like way too dank, because I literally clipped every hole possible. And yeah, currently Mime is warming up, 25 seconds. It is world record, I think, is just below. I think it's a 6:59 if I was recalling correctly by Carl Jr. Let's see how good my knowledge over those maps is. Let me take a look. Yes, it's a 6:59.35 by Carl Jr. I was correct with that. Then we have Mime on P7 with a 7:02. There is actually no OG or Trackmania Grandleague Challenger player ahead of him. There's Dolful with a 7:02.5 as well. So also a 7:02 for him. Let's go here into that one. Let's focus on map number 3 and see if Mime can perform or not. Mime with a very wide line. Not sure if that was the line that he wanted to go for, but maybe he didn't really practice the start too much. But with that, he falls down to P number 15. Yeah, but coming a bit closer, we see already the first player being behind, Energize, making that first mistake, finding himself so far behind the rest of the pack. And with that, he will probably already be out on this race, 6 seconds behind. And Mime, after that weaker start, is now on that 10th position. But still, he can make it. Also, Nina with the raid. What is going on? Firstly, it is Karlberg with the raid. And now, wholesome Nina with the raid. Thank you so much, everyone, for that support today. Let's support Mime here, because Mime has won map number 2. And he's on his way to maybe claim another great position here. So thank you so much, Nina. Make sure to give Nina also a follow, as well as Mr. Karlberg. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, let's go into the first identity here. You really want to slide in that first or even in that second one as well. Mime survives it. He has made a mistake beforehand on that first step. And right now he is on that 5th place. Goes very wide here again. So other players are overtaking him here. But maybe he just gets more speed out of that section. So it's actually not that bad. Getting the gear beforehand, before the jump. So interesting decision making there from Mime, because that outside line is actually working wonders. Yeah. Mime up to that battle. Great approach there, attacking Avon and Wosal here, and goes into that 4th place. Actually make it P number 3 here, because only Razi and Hedra are ahead of him. But Mime again with a different approach on that part, sliding a bit too much, getting a better apex over this turn. But Mime is still in the race. Great fight between the players. 0.2 between 1st and 5th place. But it's still Razi and also Hedra holding strong. The MTP player also has gotten himself a tremendous amount of points on those first 2 maps. Is just behind Mime, who has accumulated 45 points. And then we have Hedra with 43 and Evan with 40 points. So that is a great display of skill. Into the next identity we go. We see Mime approaching very wide here, going for an early slide and also going full speed here. Avon dead, clipping it here, and it is also Mime going from P4 to P2 and setting the fastest lap here, 1:10.28, and going very wide here again. Great line from Mime, because he gets the gear change here before that jump. You can hear it now. He gets the gear change and thus has more speed than the BS Plus player here, than Dofold, and also than Mr. Razi here. So great line from Mime, great find, and this is a good line, because you were maybe thinking, okay, why did he go so wide? But it's because of that gear. He has a little bit more and he can shift into 5th gear. Hedra with a very wonky approach there, and Mime can maybe redeem himself after a not that good performance here in that first step. I mean, it was still good. I think he still finished top 8. But he finds himself on that 2nd place. Hedra still very strong, but that one line there is very good to see, and also really advanced playing, I think. No Trackmania Grandleague player went for that, and I think they're gonna make bright eyes with that, because this is actually gaining you a lot of time. Yeah, this is gaining you a lot of time. Also here, this wide approach, and Hedra with a mistake. So Mime leading, and Hedra, I think, has to respawn even. Yes, and he is down. So Mime leading the race, a 1:10.27, and Hedra is dead here. Hedra down to P13. Mime again with a wider approach. You can see it. Look at that. Mi Quattro is 0.15 away. Not going for the gear up. Goes for the gear up there. And look, he loses 0.1 of a second. Gets a bad approach. And Mime with a better line for that as well. Mime just gained so much time with that approach. That is such a great find from Mime indeed. Look at that. It's 0.2 of a second. Mime just gains 0.2 of a second with that approach. It's so advanced, but it's so great to see that from the Exalty Tauro player. Very, very nice. And it is Mime leading the race here. Very great approach from him. So very cool. And we still have 3 more identities to go. But right now it's Mime with the fastest lap. Otak is behind, but Otak has actually made a mistake. But we see a sick fight here between Mime. Look at that. We see Miku, then Cap, Dofalt, Wosal, and also Mi4. There, yeah. If I haven't mentioned him just, I think I've mentioned Cap. But let's focus on that as Mime does this identity very nicely. Goes a bit safer, yeah. Losing a bit of speed, so the others are closing in. But he just makes up with that again, and I think Mime knows that. He is on second place, but that is fine. You know, Mime has made a lot of mistakes on this identity beforehand. Goes very wide again. Miku and Dofalt will be overtaken by Mime in this sector. Yeah, overtake because of the gear. Yep, first one. And inside approach as well. Miku oversteering, Mime more speed. And there we go, Mime in first place again. I don't believe it. What a great find. That is very cool. That is very, very nice. Has he clipped a bit? I have not seen that, but then it was a good recovery. But still, you see, this line is just a small difference, but it is working out like that. So easy for the Exalty Tauro player, and he's in the lead again, but Miku is closing in. And we have a great fight actually for that top 5. You can see it here. Very, very stacked field. Dofalt, Cap, and also Otak just behind Mi4 and Mime. But we're gonna see one more of those wide lines from Mime. Maybe he can capitalize from that. Bear in mind, he didn't have the best start, but let's go ahead with the identity here from Mi4. Great amount of speed accumulated, going for a bit of a more, a bit more speed there than Mime. But it will be a great finish. Yeah, 18,000, make it 28,000. But again, Mime with that wide approach. Mi4 not with the best amount of speed. And Mime will head the gear again. There we go. More speed. Look at that speed from Mime over that part. That is incredible. It's incredible to see that line from Mime. Great find indeed, and still a great fight between them for that first place. Mi4 versus Mime, 14,000 of a second. It's neck and neck between the players. 6.5 minutes of driving, and the players are only a couple of thousands away from each other, but it's still Mime leading the race. Yeah, Mi4, however, not slowing down, getting a more aggressive approach over that reactor boost part. Mi4 not with the best apex compared towards Mime, who gets it really good also over that third part. And we have one more identity to clear here for both players, and then we have a winner on that third map. I think it is Mime having the fastest lap, but it is Mi4 who is lurking. 0.13 of a second, and we have Mime with a wider approach. Mi4 not making that mistake, and Mime gets overtaken by Cap here, and also by Otak, also by Snow, but no, it is Mime falling down to P number 4 here because he has made that mistake, and also the fastest lap is getting sniped by Energize, so Mime barely out of that top 3, was risking it there, and still a top 8 finisher, but that was very close here. So 6 points of a loss, but I think also Mime was on a great time there as well. Yeah, because Mi4 was not closing in too much. But it is Mi4 winning after non-top 8 finishes. He gets himself that first one, as well as Snow and Exotica. And then we have Revolution again with a disappointing performance. Only 1 point for Revo here. Link also only with 9 points thus far. That is not good. But look at that. Mime is extending his lead. Mime extending his lead, and now we will see a map number 4, which is a Pool Party. So the map that we've seen being the multiplier map last step is now map number 4, and the last map where you actually can gain points, and afterwards you can just multiply them. So there we go, there's the map preview for Pool Party. So the longest map in this map pool, yeah, it's a map that is almost 8 minutes in length. 740 is the world record, 743 to be exact, by Papu. Then we have Mime behind with also a 743.97. He's 0.6 away, and he also looked very strong last step. Yeah, he went for the ×4 multiplier here. And now there's no multiplier involved. But Pool Party by Histo will be the last map. And right now the standings looking very promising as the player by the name of Dofold and also Hedra. Yeah, they have gotten themselves one blunder into their bag. And Mime, I think, is the only player who has gotten himself 3 out of 3 top 8 finishes. Maybe Dofold as well with 17, 17, 17. Yeah, maybe Dofold can also make it, as well as Cap, but I think Cap was first and last. So Dofold and Mime, the only players who have finished in the top 8 twice. Yeah, 3 times, and the others only twice, who you see in the top 8 at the moment. So good luck to the players again. Yeah, we see this map, Pool Party, map 4 out of 5. Even without a multiplier, this would already be a great step for the Tauro, Exalty Tauro player. Yeah, as we see Fagly with a great start. Also great to see him. Too bad that Link is not performing today. Only 9 points for him, so he's not really feeling it. And then Revolution. Then Revolution with 4 points. That is very disappointing, to be honest. That is a very disappointing performance thus far. But maybe he can get himself a multiplier or get himself some sort of a top 8 placement. He's I think the only player who didn't get himself a top 8 placement thus far. So Revolution, very bad performance, you can just say that. Maybe he's busy with other things, but yeah, you know, only 4 points. That is not so good. Okay, so Mime has made already a small mistake, yeah, but he is still in the top 8 position. He has touched a tiny bit there, but he is still in the race, only 0.15 away, and is still in that battle for that first place. You have that identity here coming up, but yeah, well, let's take a look onto the first identity here, as we have Cap leading the race, then Evon energized, but Mime is closing in. Into the 3rd place he goes. Great amount of speed accumulated from the Exalty Tauro play, and he is indeed in 2nd place after a not that good lap here. Not holding the gear there, losing it a bit earlier, so a little bit of a speed loss here. And Evon and also Rosal and Energize are closing in, and also not a good approach here, but still a great fight. And a top 8 finish would be great for Mime. He would go up to more than 70 points here, and that is a great display of skill. And he can definitely make something happen. Vulnera. Oh man. Alright, Evon, Cap and Miku are in the top 3. Then we have also Otak with a great performance. Actually, I mean, Otak with 41 points, also not too bad here. But he can definitely, with a good position, also go away with a 1st place today. Yeah, if he just gets himself that ×5 multiplier. But right now it's a fairly even distributed race between the players. Evon and Cap are leading a bit. And then we have a group of 4 chasing them down. Mime is in that group, as well as Miku, Energize, and of course Otak here. As we go into the identity, do we see mistakes here? No mistakes thus far. That is a great identity from all the players, and it's Mi4 setting the fastest lap just for the moment, 1:16.69. And we're gonna go into that next lap. Mime getting it really good this time around, so maybe he chases that fastest lap in this moment, as Avon and Cap are still on 1st and 2nd, but Mime is closing in, coming a bit closer. Cap getting a very inside line, a bit more speed though, but that is a great fight between the players, and we still have 4 more laps to go. Mime with the attack onto Cap here. Great line from Mime. He can maybe go into that lead after that identity, but still 0.05 of a second between Avon and Mime here. Very close race between all of those players here. We have a Polish double lead, and Cap also not getting the best amount of speed over that part. And with that, we have the Orclus and the Exalty Tauro player leading the race. So Poland is leading here. Great seeing that. And currently it is Cap also losing a bit of speed over that part, not really hitting the apex. Mime going for a lot of exit speed, and thus finds himself still on that 2nd place, but Evon doing a great job there, also staying alive, not getting airtime there as well. And Revolution again on last place. Yeah, I was just seeing him in the distance. That is not good. And what a great fight between the players here. We still see the double lead for Team Poland, but Mime setting the fastest lap as forecasted, and Mime with a beautiful apex over this part. Mime with so much speed there. Look at that, just gaining 0.15 of a second towards Evon here and extending his lead just a little bit, but the others are still chasing Mime down. That was a great line from Mime here indeed, but the others are still in the mix. But Evon now with a small mistake, so Mime extends his lead, and also we see Cap falling down, so Otak and Mime in first and second. And also Default only with a P15 here thus far, so it could be Mime, the only player who is not only finishing 3 times, who is the only player who finishes 4 times in the top 8. Yeah, so Mime in first even, and he can go away with 91 points if he gets the fastest lap and also the race win. But never say never here, as Otak is in second place, and we see Evon also not too far behind, yeah? Mime with a great approach, not getting airtime again, and we have 2 more laps to go. Let's go with Mime and this identity here. Great approach, great amount of speed, good apex, and another good lap here, but not the fastest lap here, as Otak is coming a bit closer, holding the gear, not losing it in the slide, or not losing it in a bad way, let's say like that. And he's still able to hold strong. And not extending his lead though, making a small mistake there. Otak is overtaking him, the little esport player, and also Mime here with a no slide. So it is also Evon overtaking Mime here, but just a small blunder from the Tauro, from the Exalty Tauro play. My god, I'm always messing that one up. So Mime still on third place, and he can definitely come back from that. Yeah. So 0.6 of a second, and still 2 more identities to go. 0.6 of a second. Evon with a good amount of speed, but Mime has it a bit better by the looks of it. Coming a bit closer there. 0.2 of a second in one sector from Mime, just because there's dirt in there. And it is very close between the players. You can say that. And we're gonna go into the second last time into the identity. And then we have 1 more lap to go. 1 minute 16. And then we're gonna know more of that. But look at that, Mime just closing in towards Evon and overtaking him here, not making a mistake. They're getting so much speed out of that one, and he's 0.4 away from Otak on second place. Will he push for P1, or will he be happy that he is up to maybe more than 80 plus points if he survives? Yeah, will he go for that or not? 0.35 between Otak and Mime. Mime has made 2 mistakes in this 6-lapper, and then some small errors, which you cannot really declare as mistakes. Some misalignments on drifts, but of course driving 7 or even 8 minutes without a mistake is very hard. Yeah. So here Otak still alive, but Mime is coming closer. 0.17 of a second. The gap is shrinking here, and he can make it happen. Mime with a very aggressive line. Will he hold the gear? Yes, he will. But that was so close, 0.1 of a second, and we have 1 more identity. Otak had more speed though. But the identity will decide it. Otak again with a more outside approach, I mean, in this part. And he has a bit more speed to work with. But now the last identity, Mime coming closer, 0.1 of a second between them. Also Mime with good amount of speed. Otak stumbling a bit here in this sector. Mime with a lot of speed though. Will he survive? Yes, he will. And Otak will win it though. So Mime with a second place, 0.19 away, and also the fastest lap. So he will still be ahead and only losing out on, 3 points here. So it is Mime taking second place, and with that he's at 88 points. Yeah, so the only player who is in the top 8 4 times in a row. What a great performance. Also nice to see Otak here. And then Link and Revolution again not getting themselves on the scoreboard. That is unfortunate stuff. But 88 points. And guys, now we're gonna go to the last map. But look at that gap already. I think Mime can well go for it ×3 or even ×2 here. So ×5 is probably not the play to go here. I think that Mime will go for a ×3. But there we go. The next and last map is Vertigo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh man, this map, guys. Oh man. Okay, that was Vertigo, the map that we're seeing for the last time, and now it works a bit differently. Yeah, it works a bit differently. So Otak has gotten first, Chris, and then Mime in second. And we also had Avon on P3. The other positions, you have to check the VOD. But yeah, on this map we have the pipes here. The pipes not being that easy because you can fly off, and it's very hard to align your car and squeeze your car over the course of the map. It's not an easy map, and there's also a trickster that you can do at the end in this last identity. Yeah, the identities again spread over the map. You can see those pipes here being like spread over the map. This one here and then the one at the end. So not that easy to do, and you really want to get as much speed as possible. But how it works now is that we play 8 rounds with a multiplier. In the first 4 rounds, players can get a ×2 multiplier. Then in round 5 and 6 a point ×3 multiplier. In round 7 a ×4, and in round 8 a ×5 multiplier to their points. If you decide to go for a multiplier in either of those rounds, you're not allowed to play the other rounds. So you were just in the casting booth. So let's say Ulta, Cap, Avon, Hedra, if one of them goes for ×2 now, they will not play, and there are only 8 spots left. So let's go ahead into the first round. We only play 2 laps on a Vertigo, as I'm just gonna go into the free camera here, because I'm not gonna cast a specific player here. I'm just gonna cast the first place, as Dofald has made the first mistake and finds himself on last place right now. So he will not play a role, but of course he can still practice. And the world record on this map is a 2:05.16 by Muda. And we see Otak, Wosal and Hedra batting it out, as well as Mime not having the worst start into that first pole sector. We go Mime with a lot of speed here, but it is actually Hedra in the lead, falling down, and it is Snow leading. The BS Plus player maybe already wants to close it out, getting himself 37 points. This could be a good thing though, and also Otak with 66 points could go up to 132 points. Yeah, Mime with a mistake, and he is dead. And yeah, let's take a look here. I mean, it's just a back and forth between the players. Maybe a player will risk the ending because he can go low from that reactor boost and just jump into the finish directly. As Otak leads here, then we have Wosal and Snow behind. Yeah, into the last lap we go. 2 laps will be played. Snow with a mistake. Otak now leading. Interesting. Otak with a mistake though. And now Wosal all of a sudden is leading the race here. 44 points. Fagley behind. And Fagley can get his first multiplier. This could be huge for the Orcless player if he can maybe claim himself that multiplier here. Let's go ahead and focus onto him, as he didn't get the gear on this part. So Wosal is still leading the race. The Game Ward player. Fagley risking here, getting a lot of speed though. Almost falling out there, but still is able to survive. And we have one more identity to go. Wosal going very wide there, as well as Fagley. The freewheel part where he can just rest a bit and breathe through. Yeah, Wosal still leading. Will he hold it though? Fagley is dead. Exotica is behind. And Wosal is on his way to get himself that ×2. And yes, he will. Wosal with a 2:07.36. Great time with 44 ×2 means 88 points. So he is already out on this one. So Mime tied now with Wosal, who has gotten himself a multiplier. There we go. Into the second round we go. So again, finals level 2 ×2 is the multiplier here. Again. So Mime still on par with Wosal, who is at 88 points. So not a great bad performance here from Wosal. Smart decision. And we see Dofald currently leading the race. Otak also in the mix, as well as Avon and Mi4. Yeah. So to give you guys a comparison, it is Mime having a top 15, quote unquote, only on this map. So maybe he doesn't feel that confident. I don't know, or that comfortable. But maybe he's gonna go for a ×3. But here again, not getting a good pipe section, as Otak and Snow are leading. Otak with a very risky line there. Into the lead he goes, and that was a very fast first lap here from Otak, or very fast identity, let's say like that, and he is leading by 0.3 of a second, but makes that mistake, and now Snow is leading again. He has had already that opportunity in the previous round, has made a mistake by touching it there, and again making a mistake, so Snow is out again. Oh man, that is unfortunate for Snow, and now Mi4 in the lead, 0.2 ahead of Soldier. Yeah. And then Razi, Energize, and Exotica all are 4 seconds away. So it's a battle between 2 players, and there you can see it. It's just about surviving this one. And so many players have actually made mistakes, but Mi4 and Soldier cannot slow down. So Miku, good amount of speed, but Soldier has it also not too bad here by the looks of it. Yeah, he's only 0.4 away, so with a good ending, he can maybe snipe that one away. Will he go for the risk or not? He is not, and Mi4 will survive and claim himself that ×2 here, and makes from 50 points, he makes 100 out of that. So Mi4 in the lead now. So Miku, 100 points. And let's take on to the ranking. As we see Mi4 now up to 192 points. So good performance here from the Finnish driver. Yeah. Soldier with the first mistake, so he's out. And let's go into the third step here. Mistake, yeah. I think that's something that you don't want to take now as a player who has only accumulated 37 points. Or 27 in this case. Because every point matters. Okay, into the next one we go. We see Otak leading the race. Hadra and Exotica are behind. Then Mime. Where is he? Mime on P3 actually. Maybe Mime is gonna go for a multiplier. It's always better to go for an early multiplier than just to go for no, or like maybe not getting a multiplier at all. Maybe Mime is not playing seriously, but he doesn't look that dominant on that previous step. He was leading the race almost all the time, and now he's struggling to find his pace as Otak gets a 104.26. That is actually a fast lap, and Hadra is on P number 2. Mime, however, can maybe get himself a ×2. Not sure if he goes for that, but of course this would be the smartest move and not play for the money here. Not sure what he is going for. Or not. I certainly don't know what Mime will do. Maybe he's gonna risk and just try to find comfortable lines, but he's 0.6 away from Otak, who could go up to 132 points. Also Razi with a great identity here. And we have the second to last finals level 2 round. Maybe Razi's gonna go for the YOLO way. I don't know. I don't know. I hope someone will go for that. For the risky way, for the full send. As Otak DNFs actually. Otak with the DNF, and it is Razi taking it. Okay. Wow. Wow. Otak just DNFing there. They didn't want to go for that. And Razi now plus 52, so he is now leading the step. Maybe Otak feels confident, yeah? But those are the tactics and also the mind games saying, yo, I'm faster than you on this map and I can't afford to DNF. But of course that puts pressure on you as well, as you don't know if you're gonna win yet another round. It could not really go well in some rounds as well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also not sure, Chris, if I would do that. Because ×3, of course, is probably the sweet spot. ×4 and ×5 might be a bit too risky. But still, I think that I would also go for ×2 to close it out there already. I would not say the multiplier should be that high, to be honest. But hey, that is just my understanding of it. As we have Mime with Energize. And Energize with 30 points. Will Mime close it out this round? I don't know. Will he go for the victory here or not? I mean, 176 versus 264 points is already a huge difference. Yeah. As Mime finds himself in the lead into the last lap though. He is 0.3 ahead and now he's like, well, what am I doing? Will he go for the victory or just for the saved points over the step? Because it's a marathon and not a sprint. It's a marathon and not a step. A step, like not a step wins you the whole thingy here. Yeah, and Mime right now finds himself 0.4 ahead. But maybe he's negotiating with himself. Will I go for it? Mime makes a mistake though by the looks of it. And the others are coming closer. Hedra, Energize, and also Mime are batting it out. But Mime will probably not get himself that multiplier in this round. As Energize and Hedra are on first and second. Well, let's go ahead and focus onto the Tauro player. Yes, he is only 0.25 away. And tries to risk it here. Energize will probably take it, but Hedra with more speed. But Energize will take it here. And Energize makes 30 to 60 points. So that is good. Hedra very close though. But Energize with also multiplier. The lowest multiplier thus far. And right now it is him going up, but only to P9. So only from 12th place to 9th place. So not a lot of catching up for him. Now the interesting part comes in. The ×3. And I think now Mime should play for it. Mime should definitely play for it now. Yeah? He should go for it now. Because with that he can go for a lot of points. As we can see the chant here, let's go, let's root for a boy Mime. But also it can be someone else than winning the step. But let's take a look if Mime will close it out now or not. Because now 254 points are a lot of points through to the ranking. But also the others might risk more. Snow could go up to 101 points, 111 points per Mime. And Hedra up to 183. So those are a lot of points that are on the line. Yeah? Very much points. ×4 would definitely seal him the victory. As we see Mime, however, being rather consistent in the last couple of rounds. And also Hedra and Otak now in the mix. Hedra, who was almost winning the previous round, now in the lead. Otak closing in though. He is closing in onto this one. And maybe he can make it here. Otak can now go up to 198 points. That could be a huge step for him. If he wins this one, almost 200 points for Otak. And I mean, look at that. He's right now already on 315 points. So with that, he could go up to a tremendous amount of points. 315 plus 132 is 447. That is a great amount of points for Otak here. And right now, he's leading the round. Hedra on P2. And then we have Evon also in the mix here. But Otak is pushing it. Mime going for the risk. Bro. Can we get a Drake for Mime here? I respect that. I respect that, mate. I respect that. That was a good risk. I respect that full set, man. But yeah, Otak is 2 seconds ahead. Fegli is so far behind. Will he go for the full send? Otak takes it. Let's go! Let's go, Otak! Let's go! The VM! Fegli takes the multiplier. That was the freest round where you can take it. And Fegli takes it. Okay, but Fegli now with 78 points. And Otak. Maybe the instant karma will hit. Mime. Mime. What doing? Oh. 9. Oh, no. No. Mime 3 seconds behind. I hope he has to perform next round, guys. And now my pulse is rising as well. Oh, no. This was the round for him to take. As Otak right now is leading. Snow is on second though, but interesting to see Fegli with a great performance in the step. Very happy to see him. He could have maybe gotten himself 1 or 2 more points or like 8th position, but now with that he's up to P5. As Otak is again leading into the second lap we go. Snow is on P2 and finds himself with a lot of speed into that lap. Yeah, 0.27. Will Otak go for it now or not? Man, that BM was crazy. He has had it, but he just DNF'd. And of course, with that format being flawed in this way, that a player can just decide to not take it, yeah? That is just a flaw format. But hey, currently it is Otak leading again. Will he take it now or not? I certainly don't know. But comparing to the previous round, he should actually. But he probably will not. Because Snow is behind. Where's everyone? Hello? Oh no. Oh, no. Evon. Evon maybe. Will Otak finish now? Mod check. Wow. Wow. Oh no, man. Evon now up to 183 points. Wow. 3 points for Evon. Oh no. Okay, now we have ×4. Only 2 more rounds, guys. 2 more rounds up for grabs. And Mime maybe should close it out now. And if not, it would be Monka W for the last round. So Otak, of course, being a bit of a BM in the BM mode there. But now it is Mime accelerating here and excelling himself up into that first place. Good amount of speed. Cap is having a wonky approach. Mime holding the gear. And it is him leading the round. Otak now, of course, has the pressure on his hands. Are the like 60 points, the 62 points or 61 points that he has, 66, sorry, that he has, are they worth it? Worth the take? Yeah, that he is just going for that BM. Of course, that would be great if he didn't make it, and then the first real misery will happen because he had ×3 twice already, as Otak finds himself on that 4th position right now, and Mime is leading the race. Mime is leading, and Mime is having a great entry into the next lap. Oh my god, that was so close though. Dofold is closing in about 0.6 of a second between Mime and Dofold, and Mime could go up to a tremendous amount of points. This could be 352 points for Mime, and another huge step for Mime if he takes it here. Otak with the DNF, and I would love, sorry to say it like that, but I would love if he doesn't make it in the next round. He has to. The pressure is now onto him. But now Dofold is risking it, and Dofold is not making it that well, even though he comes closer. Mime is still leading the race, and Mime is on his way to go home with yet another tremendous amount of points here. It is only one more identity to go. Take a deep breath here, Mime, and close it out. Come on, Dofold with 52 points behind, but Mime is on his way to take it. But Dofold with more speed, but Dofold loses the grip, and Mime has it. Mime with 352 points. Again, ×4 for the Exalty Tauro player. Let's go. Let's go. Porkman. 352 points. Look at the points from Mime. He's up to 676 points. My god. This guy. Easy ×4. And now all eyes on Otak. Let's see if the instant karma will hit him. Yeah, Otak. ×3. Both times he didn't want to finish, and now he is having to perform, as well as Hadra, who's at 61 points, and Cap at 64 points. This is a huge step for Mime, because if those players don't take it, we're gonna see something crazy. Yeah, we're gonna see a huge lead already. Otak leading the race though. If Otak wins this one, 66 ×4, Mime has won again 100 euro. Let's go. Otak can only go up to 330 points. Yeah. Yeah, Otak, maybe you can play for the next round. So Mime again with another 100 euro into his pockets. Mime getting rich. And yeah, Otak not with a good performance here thus far in this race, as we see Hadra and Snow both with a mistake, and also Otak sliding out there. And this is also what happened there in that previous round, what Snow has done. But now it is Otak not leading, and is his cockiness really being the decider, and Otak will not claim here. No, he will claim no multiplier. This could be very, very crucial for him, but it's still Snow leading the round. Look at that, Revo with a very bad performance again, only 5 points for him. That is disappointing, but it is Otak leading the race. They have nothing to lose here. No player should save it here. Every player should finish, of course, if you're like 15 seconds behind. It's hard, and Otak! Pepe point, man. Oh my god, this is so deserved. Sorry to say that. Sorry, man. But that is karma, bro. I'm so sorry for that. But if you just play like that and don't DNF before the identity, then, hey, you just went for it, mate. I'm sorry. Okay, now we have this part. Snow versus Hadra. Hadra with a lot of speed. Snow has it really good as well, but Hadra takes it. The MTP player makes from 61 point, makes it actually 305. What a performance. My god. Yeah, so it is Hadra on 2nd place. Avon on 3rd. Razi on 4th. Miku, Wosal, Fegli, and Otak. Yeah, being the loser here. Too bad to see that. But yeah, too bad also do not see a player by the name of Snow not multiplying his points. But it is what it is. It is Mime again winning. And let's call the winner here. Let's call Mime. Wait.
Hello.
Amogus.
Oh my god.
What a step. What a step, man. Have you seen what Otak did?
He DNF'd like a couple times probably.
Dude, he was in front of the finish twice in the ×3 rounds, and he didn't finish. I would call that karma, but hey. Well, you won your 2nd step.
Yeah. Wait, you get money?
Yeah, you get money. Oh, yeah, you get. And you, I think, you're at 676 points, mate. You have as many points as 2nd and 3rd combined, kind of.
Yeah, so, that's the literally best scenario I could ever imagine. Like, I even didn't take into consideration going over 2x. Like,
yeah, you didn't look that confident in the first couple of rounds, actually. Because you...
Yeah, my regi was completely broken. Like, I can't drive on pipes. I'm so like inconsistent to say.
What is happening in the chat? Oh my god, man. But yeah, I was seeing that, and also it was very close between you and Snow, but I think that was a great performance and another 100 euro into your bag, and I think with that you almost have secured the... yeah, almost the playoff spot into the Trackmania Grandleague, like the head-to-head. I think the top 4 is qualifying, right?
Top 8 is into the finals,
okay.
and then finals are being played.
Yeah, that is kind of sealing the deal, you know, with just some great mediocre performances. That is great, man. But, I mean, you made a lot of mistakes on that first map, yeah, compared to last time.
Yes, yes.
What was the case there? I mean, you felt you were very wonky there.
I kind of didn't practice these maps. Like, I focused on the last map, and I've played today and on Friday only the other maps.
So you focused on the last map.
But hopefully it was only better from that one. So
yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, the only player also who finishes on all maps in the top 8. Like, you're really dominant. Also, again, getting a ×4, really showing that you are there to maybe even go into the Trackmania Grandleague. Of course, I don't want to jinx it here, but hey, that is a great performance thus far. And I'm really happy to see you playing like that. And also that you can, like, you know, if a player makes a mistake, he usually just goes and, yeah, just loses his focus. But you are there and take it very, very good. So very nice to see that. Very cool.
I still can't understand how did it happen.
The ×4 or?
Yeah, like
Yeah, everyone is just making a mistake. I mean, this map is very hard, you know? It's a meme.
and I saw like I'm first after lap 1, like half a second lead.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Were you
Otak
nervous?
was behind. Yes, a lot. Like, I saved so much the last two
Yeah.
pipes because I knew like some bad things could happen, and I barely made it. So
You actually only won because Snow slid out in that part. He slid out there. In that one sector.
yeah,
Yeah.
the nose light is crucial there.
Yeah, it's very, very hard, actually. And I think that this is indeed a great step again. So I'm really happy. And this map is actually so painful to play. Like,
True.
who invented that? And I also respect that risk in the ×3 round. I respect that, bro.
I hope the next map is gonna have better identity.
I hope so.
That's the map I pretty much felt the worst out of all of the others. But I got lucky, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you just...
207 wasn't that great of a time. My PB is high 206, so I almost PB'd.
Performing when it matters. That's what I like.
Yep.
That is very good. I mean, that's just how you do it, right? And I think...
Yep.
I'm very happy about that. I think chat as well, they're all cheering for you. I mean, we had 200 people watching today. That is awesome. So very, very nice seeing that. And yeah, any words to the chat other than .cut or Amogus?
I just want to thank everyone who watches TurboCast and supports me.
White people happy.
It's very white people happy.
Yeah, I also really like that. Also, like, guys, make sure to give Mime a follow also on Twitch, yeah, because you're streaming and you had a hilarious stream last time I joined. That was a lot of fun. I think it's mime underspace.
It's 3 underscores.
Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. Holy shit! What the hell? I have an Amogus for 4 bits and pressure bladed. Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, thank you guys for joining and also for your great performance. I will cast Trackmania Grandleague now for pack. And I expect a lot of weird things on that last map. I actually thought that someone will go for that risky line at the last identity part.
Oh, it's the going under it, right?
Yeah. Have you tried it?
No.
Yeah.
No, maybe accidentally, but...
But not too much. I see. Okay, let me actually give you an SO, then people can follow you. So Mime is streaming on a regular basis. There we go. Give him a follow.
Regular copium.
Yeah, and make sure to spam Amogus or Sheesh in the chat. There we go. So thank you so much for joining. A great performance, another victory. Great to see that for you. And yeah, I'm gonna prepare the cast now. So good luck.
Thanks.
Enjoy your evening, and nice seeing that you were winning yet again. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Hello.